So another thing which is very important. Let's say I'm a good basketball player, and here they are offered scholarships on sports basis. So do you have scholarship programs available for international students as well?
We do. We have a range of scholarships, and we have a sports scholarship actually. The most kind of common one that we have for international students is based on GPA, and for the next upcoming intake, which is this January, it's £1,500, which students can top up by an additional £500 if they pay their deposit before a certain date, so it becomes £2,000.
Okay.
We've then got more specific ones. So for example, our sports scholarship is for those students that can demonstrate they've competed or practiced at a high level in any sport, and it's applicable to any subject area the student's studying, and that's £6,000. It's not £6,000 cash, a percentage of that is cash. I think that's £4,000 scholarship, and the remaining £2,000 is in sports equipment, or sports training or physiotherapy, kind of vouchers towards, totaling £6,000. We've then also got a scholarship called Square Mile, which is a full scholarship. It includes round trip flights, and it includes a bursary towards accommodation, and that's for students who can demonstrate that they are helpful in their community and do charity work and volunteering work. DMU is heavily involved in our local communities in Leicester and national, actually, in the UK, and we really get involved in volunteering and giving back to communities and helping wherever we can. So we reward students that do the same in their home countries. So if a student can demonstrate that they're really active in any particular charitable area, we've then got scholarships for that as well. So there are a few on offer. We have MBA scholarships for those students that want to study an MBA. That's £5,000, and alumni scholarships as well. So if a student graduates from one of our undergraduates and then wishes to pursue a master's with us, depending on their final undergraduate grade, there's varying levels of scholarship help there too.
That's pretty amazing, in fact. Lisa, what programs in Canadian students, among the Canadian students, are being popular at your university?
We tend to see a trend of pharmacy students and law students from Canada.
Pharmacy
and law.
And law students.
Yes.
Okay.
So pharmacy in particular is hugely popular in Canada, or in Canadian students coming over to the UK, because of our setup. Okay. So we offer what's called an MPharm, and that is a 3-year bachelor's, which then automatically leads into a 1-year master's. MPharm, Masters in Pharmacy. So they'll start off in year 1 of an undergrad and finish 4 years later with a Masters in Pharmacy. And that's slightly different to the way that it's offered here in Canada, in that it's a quicker route, so to speak, but allows students to practice as pharmacists back here in Canada once they've completed a pre-registration year in pharmacy as well. They've got some kind of pharmacist practice.
Wow.
So we do see a huge trend in pharmacy students, law students, as I mentioned. So a lot of students like to come over and pursue a bachelor's in law or human rights law or criminal law, which we offer. And then we'll start to see a few art and design students here and there, but pharmacy and law tend to dominate for us, and luckily we offer both and have Canadian students studying both.
Wow. So how many places for pharmacy per year do you guys offer?
It's not necessarily that it's limited. We can't recruit kind of 100 students onto it, for example, because a lot of our placements are done in the NHS and in GP surgeries and hospitals, and they have limited resource. So we would probably cap it at around 40 to 50 international students. However, places do run out quite quickly because there's such demand for it. So if there are any students wanting to study pharmacy, don't leave it to the last minute. For a September intake, I would make sure that an application was in and completed by February at the latest, 6 months prior.
I think there's also an interview element in pharmacy program as well. Comparing to other like law program where you make an application and you got an offer, so you're ready to go, for example. Whereas for pharmacy, it takes an additional element of interview, which you need an additional preparation as well. So it's better for pharmacy program that you should apply as soon as you possible, and of course to make sure that you're among the 40 students as well.
Wow. Well, yes.